The swearing-in of President William Ruto marked the end of President Kenyatta's 10 years at the helm of the country's leadership. Now, the change of guard was significantly captured in the events led by the Kenya Defence Forces and the judiciary at the historic Kasarani Stadium. The aide-de-camp shifting from Kenyatta to Ruto, and the lowering of Kenyatta's presidential standard as that of President Ruto was hoisted, meant that there is a new commander-in-chief of the Defence Forces. Hassan Mogambi witnessed the change of guard, and he filed the following report.
Tuesday morning, President Uhuru Kenyatta made his way to Kasarani Stadium. One last ride as Commander-in-Chief, Kenyatta approached the venue in the presidential motorcade complete with 12 outriders, the presidential limousine, and a fleet of vehicles in tow, each with its specific assignment in the motorcade. With just minutes before handing over power, Kenyatta boarded the ceremonial vehicle alongside the Chief of Defence Forces and his aide-de-camp. This time round, failing to make the lap of honour as usually happens in national events. On the beat of the KDF band and the neatly mounted tri-service parade of the 21st Battalion, Kenyatta made his last inspection of the Guard of Honor as Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces. Foot to the beat, he marched, every beat bringing him closer to the end of his era at the helm. At the presidential dais came the moment the country was waiting for.
I, William Ruto.
Then followed the handing over of the instruments of power. A copy of the Constitution that he swore to defend. And this ceremonial sword. And as this was happening, the aide-de-camp who was always behind President Kenyatta shifted to President Ruto. To the full tune of the national anthem, President Kenyatta's navy blue presidential standard was lowered as that of President William Ruto, yellow in color, with a coat of arms and the UDA party symbol, was hoisted. The exchange was the same for the presidential portrait. This signifies a change of guard. The presidential standard will not only be flown to announce the presence of Ruto in events, but also on the right side of his vehicle. The military then handed the outgoing head of state with his presidential standard, with a salute from the Chief of Defence Forces, General Robert Kibochi, signifying appreciation of service.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuweza tumikia taifa la Kenya kwa miaka 10 kama rais na amiri jeshi mkuu wa majeshi ya ulinzi.
A 21-gun salute, the highest military honor, followed to welcome the new Commander-in-Chief of Kenya Defence Forces.
They march out of the Kasarani Stadium to further their defense duties of protecting the country's integrity and sovereignty. They do so taking the command from now henceforth from a new president, President William Ruto.
The immediate former president of the Republic of Kenya.
The close of the ceremony at Kasarani saw the outgoing head of state exit in a convoy with no outriders and as much security as he came in. On the other hand, President William Ruto was immediately accorded the honors, in addition to a lap of honor aboard this ceremonial vehicle. Presidential escort with 12 outriders and a contingent of highly trained officers in the fleet. This will be his way of operation while mobile for the rest of his leadership as president. Blessed Mugambi, Citizen TV.